everybody, welcome back. It's Monday. You know what time it is. It's tea time. And this week in my collection, the Bones Brigade. So I'm taking a little break from bands this week, delving into my collection, and we're talking about the Bones Brigade. I've had this stuff since I was a kid growing up back in the 80s, and this means a lot to me, so it doesn't fit anymore, but I kept it just because, you know, we like to keep things that make us happy. So skating in the 80s, you had one big name that you knew. Powell Peralta was one of those companies. You had Powell, you had Sims, you had Vision, but Powell seemed to be the big one. You had Tony Hawk, Lance Mountain, Mike McGill, Tommy Guerrero, Rodney Mullen, Per Wellender, Mike Vallely, the Bones Brigade. And at one point, I got to mail order and become a member of the Bones Brigade, and I still have that membership t-shirt, which is really, really cool. This is one of my first Powell shirts that I had, the old skull and sword design, a little one on the front pocket, and of course the bigger version on the back. This is like a youth medium. I could barely squeeze into this if I wanted to, but I had to hold on to this shirt because it just brings back a lot of really cool memories of hanging out with my friends and skating. One day I was shopping with my mom at Gabe's when I was a kid, and I came across this bandana, and as you'll be able to soon tell that it came from Gabe's. It's the Skull and Sword bandana, but as you can see, it's definitely a second because the top half of what should be at the bandana is at the bottom and the cut line. And as cheesy as it is, I still hold on to this even though I can't wear it. As we all remember, sweatpants were a big thing back then, and I've got this great pair of Powell sweatpants that I still own with the Bones logos down the sides. You got one on each leg. I could still squeeze into these things, but I would never wear them out in public because they're just that small. These are still in like brand new condition, and I can't part with them because of, again, the history and remembering what it was like to be a kid. Getting down to the nitty gritty of these, this one is my still absolute favorite, and I'm glad that I held on to this. This was another youth size that, since I've cut the sleeves out of, if I wanted to, I could wear it. But this was my membership t-shirt. You get the cool little airplane spray painted on the front, and then on the back, you can only get this by joining the Bones Brigade. And it's got the Bones Brigade logo with the different color to play on the back. When it had sleeves, the left sleeve had the Powell logo on it. And I remember at the time, head gaskets were a thing for all the kids that had like long bangs and stuff like I did. And I cut it off and I would put it over to keep my hair back out of my face. That disappeared years ago, but I love this shirt and it's still one of my favorites. I even still have my Bones Brigade membership card somewhere in the house. My mom laminated it when I was a kid. It's got my name, my age and stuff on it, and then it's actually signed in ballpoint pen by Powell Peralta, which was really, really cool, and I still flip out thinking about the fact that I have Stacy's signature on my membership card. And every month I would get like newsletters and brochures from, they were called the Bones Brigade Intelligence Reports. I still have those in a folder. It showed all the new products, the new boards and the t-shirts that were coming out, and when the amateurs would become pro and all these little spotlights. It was really cool to have, and I'm glad I still have those. I'm sure if I found the right collector, somebody would probably want to buy them off of me. But it's really cool to still have that stuff from over the years. I'm sorry for taking a break from the bands this week, but sometimes it's cool to kind of knock back into time and remember things even that might not have been based around a band, but skateboarding was definitely based around music when I was growing up. And that's where I found out from a lot of my favorite bands was just from skating, from Circle Jerks to Agent Orange, to 7 Seconds, you name it. That was the time that shaped my life, and so now you're getting a little glimpse of it. Thank you guys for indulging me. I'll be back next week with another one. It's going to be a pretty big episode for me, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And until then, I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy.